The spotlight today is on our future Olympic champion right here from Yonkers. The spotlight is on him, and it's on him for multiple reasons, because we need to recognize when our youth, our young kids from the Yonkers Public School and other schools achieve something that it's good, something that the people, the public needs to know. Anthony, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, before we go further, let's give a shout out to your school. Which school you come from?
I come from Riverside High School.
Shout out to Riverside High School. Now, how was it when you crossed that line and you're looking back and you see the kids behind you? How did you feel?
Well, I felt excited and proud. I was scared to underperform, but that allowed me to perform far past my expectations.
You surely did not underperform. You did good. What did the kids at your school say? Because look, I have received so many texts, so many emails with your picture. There is many more people that you think that are proud of what you achieved. Okay? And I hope that you achieving that will also motivate other kids to be involved in good stuff. Okay? Sports, whatever those sports might be, track, basketball, football. How important do you think being involved in sports and positive things is, Anthony?
Well, I think it's very important, and it can open a new door into your life and a different way to look at life, really. I started track thinking that it wasn't going to go anywhere until I started doing it more and more often. I started putting in the work, the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears put into that sport. And now that I finally shine, it feels good, and I aspire to others doing it as well. I hope.
No, you hope, and it's going to be. I have a similar story. You know, I did karate for many years, for about 30 to 40 years. I started when I was 13, 14, just like you. And I remember the reason why I started karate. I went to watch a movie, I think was Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee, and that's why I started. But not the reason why I stayed. You know, very often we start something for a particular reason, and then we end up staying for a whole different reason. And those reasons, it's actually what's going to motivate other kids to keep doing it. Do you think that track helped you stay focused with your school?
Yes, I definitely think that track really put me into the right state of mind for me and my schoolwork. I feel that, you know, when you have a way to empty your stress through the form of a sport, it really clears your mind for the next day and the day after that, so you can really excel on your academics.
You know, a lot of people think sports is just physical. To me, it's much more than just physical. For me, sports can help you in many, many ways in life, on things that have nothing to do with the sport that you're practicing. It helps with focus, because you know, for you to become a champion, for you to win, it takes determination, it takes focus, it takes disciplines. And then you can take all those things into your day-to-day life and be helped by those things that you learn. Would you agree or disagree with me?
I would strongly agree. I would strongly agree with that statement. It truly, that does help a lot when you're focusing on your day-to-day life with a sport in that category.
Now, sport is good, but school is also good, because you know, something happened, you don't go much further in sport. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking in general. Education is very important for you to have something to fall back into. Okay? Yeah, you want to be a champion, but perhaps you want to have a degree as well. So you think that those two things work together? Yes, focus in sport, but also focus on your academics.
Yes, definitely. You must do good in school to do good in sports also. I mean, it's more mental than anything else too. Because yeah, they won't. Some sports they won't allow you to play if you don't have adequate grades or you don't pay attention in school. You're disobedient. But you know, being in that right state of mind in your academics is just a healthy way of life. You know, it's just sport. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you guys, I'm talking to a 14, 15-year-old. It feels like I'm talking to a mature young man, an older guy. You know, articulates well, thinks before he speaks, which makes me proud because it's somebody that can be a motivation to others. I don't know if you follow Yonkers' voice or not. Many people do. Maybe you should start if mom permits. By the way, guys, he's sitting here with with his mom's permission, who is sitting next to me. But the interview is about Anthony, so that's why he's sitting here, but full authorized by his mother, you know, by the guardian. So we're in compliance. A couple of years ago, I actually interviewed an Olympic gold medalist in track, King Ben. You know who he is? From Mount Vernon?
No, I've never heard of him.
He was the gold champion last Olympics. Gold champion or a silver champion, but he was one of the top. I think he was a gold champion. King Ben. Follow him on Instagram. And he spoke about the importance. He actually spoke about the things that you are talking. That the sports, track specific, because that's what he chose, help him focus, staying out of trouble, and accomplish great things. Because we want kids like Anthony and others, okay, to stay focused. We don't want you to get in trouble in order to learn. We would love you to learn from other people's experiences, okay, and be on the right track. I'm not saying that if something happens you cannot get back on the right track. You can, and I'm sure that you will, but it's always best to avoid that, you know, derail in your life. Don't you think so?
Yeah, sports can keep you out of a lot of trouble, and it's best if you at least try it out. Because I tried it out, and look where it got me. I'm just an ordinary kid, and you all can be like me or better. I mean, you never know. Just try it out.
You never know. You don't know until you try. So if you are in a public school or private school, you know, try sports, guys. It's a good and positive path. You know, it's a path that can get you, you know, in the right track and be successful in life. Yonkers has many organizations that will provide you with good programs. PAL, YMCA, YWCA, and you don't need tons of money or basically no money to belong to one of those programs. All that we need, all that you need to belong to those programs, it's you. Okay, you need to walk through those doors, bring your mom, sign up because you need your parents' consent. And parents, many of you talk to me when you see me on the street and you tell me that one of the problems in Yonkers, it's lack of programs. Well, Yonkers has programs. What we lack of, not all, but what we lack of is lack of parents' determination to bring those kids to the proper place. I speak with with the director at the PAL, and they tell me, Ru, we have the programs. We need parents to walk in here and sign up. So if you are one of those parents that are looking for programs, try the PAL. Now, Anthony, let's say I called you 20 years from now. Oh, no, not 20. Let's say I call you 10 years from now. And I say, Anthony, you remember that interview with Yonkers Voice when you were 14, 15? And you say, yeah, man, I remember. I say, well, Anthony, today you're a champ. Today you got your first gold in the Olympics, whatever. Can we have that sit down again? You sit down. Will you give me that interview when you have your gold around your neck?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Don't forget, I take promises very serious. Okay?
I understand.
And I'm going to save this interview, and if you don't give me that interview 10 years from now, I'm going to blast. Look at what Anthony said when he was 14.
I never break that promise.
You heard it. Anthony made the promise to give me that interview and made another promise that he will never break that promise. So we're going to hold your feet to fire. What's next? Okay, you just won a competition, when was it, a week ago or so?
Yeah, about a week ago.
About a week ago. What's next? What's the next competition? How many school districts took place in that competition? Because one thing is me competing in a competition that is 10 kids. Another thing is me competing in a competition that has 20, 30, 40, 50, when there is one school district, 2, 3, 30. So tell us about that competition.
Well, my next meet is Section 1 state qualifiers in the Armory in Manhattan. I hope to hit 1 minute and 29 seconds in my 600, shortening it by 2 seconds. And beyond that, I'm hoping to improve my stamina, speed, and overall get to nationals again. Do it again next season. And I hope to excel far past what I can do right now, the year after that, and the year after that. I hope to only get better from here on out.
So guys, what's your Instagram page, Anthony? Tell us the Instagram, because I want people to go to his page, follow him, support him and other kids. But since we are talking to him today, and this interview is about him, so let's support Anthony. Actions, not words. Let's go to Instagram right now, not tomorrow, right now, and follow him. Tell him about what is your handle on Instagram, Anthony?
My Instagram is all lowercase HNYST00.
Guys, support him. Go there, leave him a comment, a comment of encouragement. Keep the negativity to yourselves. Okay, be positive, because we want to motivate our kids like Anthony, with positive remarks, things that will encourage them to do better and keep struggling for better. Don't be happy with what you just achieved. Don't be happy with what you may achieve next month. Always struggle to be better than what you were today.
Sir.
How hard is it? You go to the track to work out. Is it a cup of cake? I see me sometimes when I used to go to karate, Anthony, there was days that I didn't feel like doing. And the worst thing I could have done, which I did it a couple of times, I'm going to take a week off. Because that week often turn into another week, a month. So I think people need to understand that there is moments in sports, in life, that we feel like, I'm this guy, I don't want to do it. No, persistence, focus, determination is the key for success, not just in sports, even in life. Yes or no?
Yes, that is 100% true. There have been days where I wanted to quit, and there have been days where it felt best to quit. All odds were against me and the track and field sport, but you just have to push through it. It's not something that happens overnight. You got to put a lot of work, and you have to have a lot of discipline to keep yourself there and not just quit after a week or 2 weeks or a month or a year.
Or maybe just because you lost one rack. Sometimes you lost one, this is not for me. Persistence, right?
I was never always a winner. At one point, I remember I had an awful form. I remember at one point I couldn't hold a form in my running for the life of me, but a lot of work and time gave it to where I've got here. I've made nationals for the freshman division. I'm on my way to state qualifiers, and I'm hoping to achieve much more than that, and I will achieve much more than that.
Anthony, in my book, you had the most important thing that it's required to succeed. And very often is not the physical part, is the mental part. You had that determination to keep on going. You were not a quitter. Yes, you might have lost some, maybe you felt discouraged here and there, but your mind said, no, I'm going to keep on going. And that's what champions are made of. Okay, champions are not made of kids that all adults, oh, they're happy when they win. Anyone can be happy when they win. That doesn't take a brain surgeon. But be happy when you lose and take advantage of your loss to make you work harder. So you win next time and you keep on going. That's what champions are made of. Okay? And you are our little champion. He's a champion in Yonkers. But again, guys, there is many champions in Yonkers. Yonkers is full of good and beautiful talent. Jewels. But many of us don't know about those jewels. So we need to know. If you superseded what you're doing, if you have done some good work, don't feel shy about it. Give us a call. Contact us on Yonkers Voice, any one of our platform, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Tell us why should we interview you. Tell us what you have achieved, because we can use you, for the lack of a better word, but we can use what you did to motivate other kids. It's actions, not words, that change the world. Because everyone can say good stuff. Anyone can say pretty things. But actually doing those things, it's a whole different ball game. So we need people to come and testify that, yes, I did it, so can you. And this is what you need to achieve. Be focused, determination, positive. Don't be afraid of hard work. Nothing comes easy. And normally those things that come easy, Anthony, don't mean much. Don't mean much. So you're going to school today, or you took a day off?
No, I'm still going to school.
Go to school. So we have to cut this interview because Anthony needs to do what Anthony must do, which is go to school. Mom came here for a few minutes for this interview because we want to, make Anthony a motivation to all of you kids out there who might not be involved in sports to be, because sports can keep you in a good track, out of trouble. Any sport you might decide to do, baseball, basketball, track, whatever, or theater, singing, something that it's positive. Stay tuned. Thank you for being on Yonkers Voice. Don't forget, guys, this is the type of interview that we wish you would share. Positive things, things that can motivate others to achieve their goals, to achieve their focus, and to be the best that they can be. But remember, it takes work to become that. So become the things you want to see. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being on Yonkers Voice. And Anthony, thank you for taking the time. And keep working hard. And don't forget, you made 2 promises. When you get that gold medal, you're going to give me the interview. And the other promise is that you never break a promise.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I might be a very old man by then, but I still sit down with you for that interview and you tell me the things that you have accomplished. Thank you, okay? Till next time, guys.